The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Toulouse.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here.
Well, if you're looking for a showstopper, I think we need to look no further than Kaka here, Peter. To me, it's all going to be about how much of the ball he's going to see.
So does he have a specific role?
Yeah, basically to get on it and take it to the opposition. That's what he does. And in doing that, he engages everybody around him.
Yeah, he's terrific. Besiktas with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Del Piero goes short. Toulouse have the chance to go the other way. Oh, terrible mistake. Now there's a fight. Platini! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Platini really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. And here's Platini. Plays it in low. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Cruyff. Pelé. Oh, they can break here. Pelé going face-to-face with his great rival. Lam. And this is Zola. And this is Del Piero!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And he's there to make the challenge. Oh, easy pickings there. Rummenigge. Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Oh, no circumventing this opponent. Is there any support? He might not need it. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Looking to play him in. That's tidy. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Short changes him with that pass. Desai is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to... Oh, he's all alone! Takes a shot! Goal! Toulouse! And Toulouse have the lead! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Toulouse have fired themselves in front. And a chance! And that's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Toulouse are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's picked his way through. Pullet, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Kaka.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's got away. And that's been drilled in. Pele. Couldn't squeeze it through. Besiktas are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Del Piero going forward. Kaka. And here's Hullet. Cruyff. Decent chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Toulouse certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Defending was strong and firm. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Zola.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rummenigge. Pele. That has been cut short. Vieira.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Del Piero. This might spell danger. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Hullet. Now he's in one-on-one. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And that is indeed the final act. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Just a quick announcement.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Walking through the gates. Substitutions taking place.
We're on the move again. Besiktas not having the rub of the green at the moment. They are trailing. And here's Aubameyang. Real chance! Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's made its way to him. Ball is over the line. Van Dijk. Vieira. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Hullet. Played out to the left flank. Rummenigge. And Del Piero. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge, and he's got away from him.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Now it's Bale. Pele. Rummenigge. Pele. Pele ploughing through the middle. Looking for the run. Messi! Aubameyang. Bale.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And this is Hullet. Stan. Cafu. Del Piero.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Kaka. Platini. And it's Vieira. Knocks it into space. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, that's been intercepted. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Messi. Pele. And he cuts out the supply.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Maldini gets across to intercept that. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Hullet. Look at the shapes to shoot! That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Toulouse are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Hullet. He's found a way through. Bale. And the shot! Well taken goal. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Number 18.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Pele. And it's Del Piero. Oh, that is a smashing piece of defending from him. Kaká gets on his bike and on the move. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Hullet. Might be danger here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now, this could be a chance. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And this is Bale. Stam demonstrating his defensive quality there. Great vision. Pass is just off target.
2 added minutes has been
Now it's
indicated.
Messi. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He steps in, and that's the end of that. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. And reclaimed it in a trice. Aubameyang providing an outlet on that flank. And we're done. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
The
everybody,
fans
and
have pulled out
welcome
all
to
the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion.
Against Besiktas.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And this is Pele. Shoots! Oh, the ball's run. Oh, he's been caught napping. And they've been given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Del Piero goes short. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Del Piero. Carvajal did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No, that's been intercepted. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Del Piero. He's having a hit! Goal! Besiktas! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Pele. Has to go back here. He's gone for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Zola with the short one. Zola. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lovely bit of skill. And this is Zola. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Good running, strong and purposeful. Zola. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Besiktas have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pele looking to be a menace in the final third. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Pele. Little pass back. Oh, such a clever touch. He was under real pressure there. Lahm receives it in a wide position. Tries one from range. It's bounced back off the post. Aims beyond the defence. Steaming on goalwards. Big chance! And that's a good finish. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
There could be trouble here. Mbappe herring after the ball here. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Fermin did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Olise unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Del Piero. Spread out to the left. Cafu. Just past the 40th minute mark. And this is no chance, surely! Oh, it's come off the upright. No, just not quite.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi running with the ball. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And this is Pele.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Mbappe. Pull it. And here's Messi. That is good strength. And the whistle goes for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Any cars parked on the road outside the
Besiktas
stadium.
sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So right back into the action. Zola has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Space for him to turn and look. It's a pretty loose pass. And the shot! Terrific effort, just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
That's a foul, no 2 ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Pull it. Stam. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Cafu picks it up out wide. Very nicely done. Beckenbauer, nicely aimed pass. Cafu has the space to scheme. Pele. Chance for a shot! Wonderful from Del Piero! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Takes a shot! Mbappe is magnificent! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They're back within reach! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So could they be onto something here? He has found the way through. He's having a shot!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, shooting chance! Fantastic from Elise! He's got himself an absolute peach. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Morocco now just needing one.
Well, that's...
Chance! And he's stuck it away. Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Besiktas go up by 2 and are looking good.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's got away. Oh, sweet feet. Showing good feet. No way through, so back it comes. And there's the shot! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Del Piero most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
And back to the keeper they go. Stam is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Mbappe! Can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, I'm not sure what went through his mind there. Reverse psychology, perhaps. Didn't do much apart from making himself look a bit silly in the end.
Good read, needed to be. Pele tries to play it through. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival, Cafu. He is just caressing the ball. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Great vision. Desai promptly onto that, and that is that.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Oh, they could break here. And it's Lopez. Great ball, and he's in here. Distributed tidily. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And he plays one through. There's the shot! Relentless! Just relentless!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. It's starting to look like a done deal now. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Lam. Del Piero. Pele. Rummenigge. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Diaz. And he's picked out the run. Mbappe with shapes to shoot! And he hits the net! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Well, that pass isn't the best. Spread it left. Now, can they get him away? That's tidy. And it's Del Piero. Del Piero! He lifts the roof! Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get...
That's that, the end. Besiktas really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Del Piero, this guy undoubtedly the centre of attention here for more reasons than just one. This is his 300th game.
Well, Peter, he has been the servant who keeps on giving to this team. You don't get to do what he has without a dedication and motivation that simply never wavers.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cafu, and here's Messi. Oh, that's well spotted. Del Piero. Solar. Maldini. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Fabinho. And it's Messi. Played out towards the right wing. Not a hint of offside here. Cafu. Impressive jump. Oh, he's hit the bar. Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Cafu. Pele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Fabinho does really well to win the ball there. Lahm delivers. Besiktas still without a single shot on target. Oh, that's fabulous.
Such good technique.
Messi. He stands tall and strong. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, it's Guardiola. He's in a great position here. Getting up there! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Munich really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Bullet, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Messi. Del Piero. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Knocks it out wide.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Hullet. And claimed it back swiftly. Hullet. All played for Del Piero. Mbappe. Stam. Cafu. Very nearly half an hour gone here. The ball has bounced loose now. Del Piero. Pele. Lovely, now then. Brilliantly cut out. Neymar. Spread to the right. Can he spark a counter here? Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? Desai. Hullet. Pele. Del Piero. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Del Piero running with intent. An uncompromising challenge. And it's Del Piero. That's good play. And this is Messi. Has to go back here. And Del Piero! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he has kicked it out somehow.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Besiktas with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. That looks a good ball through. He is through here. That's very neat. It's a really well-measured ball. Cross to the back post. Oh, good effort against the crossbar. And again. And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cafu looking to hit the byline here. Gets his head on it! It's in!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Pele. And it's Del Piero. And Del Piero. Zola. That is good progress on the left. Del Piero! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Aims beyond the defence. Neymar gets a good foot in there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Del Piero. Maldini is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Munich really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, nice, just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Oh, super find. Oh, he's been caught napping. Cross from Cafu. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things.
Besiktas couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And here's Messi. He's got away. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Missed by a fraction. Baresi, tidy with his distribution. Pelé. And this is Messi. Cafu. Bullet. Stood up well to him there.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. You like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Besiktas are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And the shot! It's a goal! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Very much into the last knockings. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Pretty robust defending.
Got to be quick to recover this.
Munich really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
There's the header! And it's in! And right near the end, we have parity. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
4 added minutes have been
And now
indicated.
he has 2. So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no...
He's had a shot! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Besiktas now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are...
And we're done. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Del Piero taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Besiktas
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think we have another one here who's a member of the Catalan school of total football, and the type of player that is very much their speciality. This guy, Fermin Lopez, you have to wonder what it is with them and elite central midfielders, but he's going to be, if everything works out, that is, he's going to be up there with the best of all.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And it's Rashford. Swung over. It's a pretty loose pass. Del Piero. Del Piero. It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. That is good strength. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Lovely, now then. Cafu. It's not an especially good pass, that. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Del Piero. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And a chance! Goal! Not! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
He's picked his way through. Pull it. Del Piero is someone with real dynamite in his boots. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. That is some save from Khan. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's a good run down the left. Messi has it out wide and in space. He's had a shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, well played, well played. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And he's managed to get free. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Tries to pass it through. Thinks about Cantona! Del Piero looking to be a menace in the final third. Spread out to the left. Engages and forces him off the ball. Fermin. Rijkaard. And it's Xabi Alonso. And here's Bale. Del Piero. Oh, that's a key interception.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's very neat. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Lopez with the cross. Cantona! Goal! Nantes! And they've got their lead back. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
After 38 minutes is...
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Cantona!
Besiktas are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Now it's Del Piero, and here's Zola. Fermin, renowned for his long-range shooting. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pele. Cafu. He is through here. Cafu. Oh, that's nice. And this is Messi. Del Piero. And Del Piero! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Cafu. Now it's Bale. He's shifting through the gears here. Bale's cross. And that's the keeper's ball. Rummenigge tries to play it through. It's played through for him. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. No second thought, a straight red card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
And just quick
Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So let's get the ball rolling.
Besiktas really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Messi. Now it's Pele. Messi is in a really good position out wide. Now there's a fine ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he was alert to it. Del Piero. Pele. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pelé. And he's found a way, and the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Rummenigge. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Oh, some tackle that. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's got away. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Lahm receives it in a wide position. And it's Hullet. Hullet driving forwards.
Besiktas really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent. He's having a shot! Del Piero. Well, they could break here. That has not gone well. Cafu. Rummenigge. He's looking wide. And this is Zola. Nantes can breathe again. Just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Del Piero. Zola. Hullet, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Besiktas have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, nice touch. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He has found the way through. Lovely bit of skill. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that has been knocked clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's found the way through. Rijkaard defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Sends it crossfield. And it's Messi. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Lahm. Besiktas now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
What's going wide left? Cafu. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Turns back here, probably the best option. Stood up well to him there. Marquinhos. Roberto Carlos. Well timed, excellent interception. Hullet. And here's Del Piero. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries a shot! He's got a goal! We thought they were done, but never say never. And a trademark. And that will be it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, the more this game went on,
Please
a
be
draw was
reminded that drinking
always
is
likely to
only
be on the
allowed in the
card. So
areas shown on this
overall,
map.
I don't
Thank
think
you very
anyone
much
will
for
be
your
complaining
cooperation.
too much about what they've got.
So, just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against France.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And it's Del Piero. Lahm delivers. Terrific effort! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, and another try! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Knocks it into space. Del Piero. Great chance! And there's a goal! 2-0, and in next to no time. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly...
Messi! Oh, nice, just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
It's a pretty loose pass. No way through. Besiktas are already cruising here. 2-0, a fabulous start. In by Vinicius Junior. And out it comes again. Messi. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. He has found the way through. It's a good-looking delivery. And he's managed to get rid. Not the most accurate pass. Hakimi. A header! It's in! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Just one in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Getting up there! Against the crossbar! And he was quick to react. Look at the space here! And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Besiktas with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He'll try from distance! Messi. France are looking to go forward now. And now the breakaway. Now it's Pelé. Nice physical challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cafu. Now it's Pelé. And it's Hullet. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And this is Zola. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. That is good progress on the left. That's a nicely shaped ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Del Piero, there he goes, motoring forward. Vinicius Junior, and he welcomes it in. Del Piero, Zola, Lam is in a really good position out wide. Chouameni, Besiktas heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Not where it came from. Oh, shooting chance! Ronaldo! Superb! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! France are back on level terms. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected.
He's had a shot! Chance again? No.
Besiktas really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Corner number 2 then. France have the chance to go the other way. Messi. Hernandez. Yeah, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pelé. And it's Del Piero. Driving on and making good progress. And he's picked it up out wide. That's very neat. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. And the shot! He's looking wide.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And for the first half, that is that. Besiktas are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half.
I'm afraid to
Caution
tell you
certainly
that
not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. The second half then, just getting going.
Besiktas have been the team that have had the...
And it's been given away, and he's got away from it. And Hullet! Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Besiktas with the lead. Messi! Oh, crossbar! Backward it goes. Hullet. He's having a hit! Well, the manager does not look happy. He is crying out for discipline and concentration. Now it's Messi, looking to play him in. Hullet.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That has been cut short.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Rashford receives it in a wide position. He's got away. Pele looking to be a menace in the final third.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Hullet. Pele. Hernandez. This is promising. Couldn't squeeze it through. Desai. And here's Zola. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Tries to pass it through. Tries to play it through. Stam cuts out the pass.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Shot, surely! Messi! Genius! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
After 67 minutes.
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Lionel Messi. Substitution in progress.
France can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Pele. Hullet, who can single-handedly make a difference. And it's Del Piero. Rummenigge. Threads one in. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Great vision. Del Piero. Del Piero makes a dash for it. Beckenbauer. That has not gone well. Pele. In with the challenge. So what can they make of this? Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Del Piero looking to add to his goal. And here's Messi. Cafu picks it up out wide. And it's Hullet. He is just caressing the ball. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! In he goes again. Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Besiktas palpably stronger, better, superior. And that is a little undercooked. Looking for options for movement. Pele. Rummenigge. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played. Rashford.
This is the time you need that pace.
Desai gets across to intercept that. Oh, that's fabulous. Surely he can't... And the
2
shot!
added minutes has been indicated.
It goes to show he is human after all. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's it. Besiktas pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Messi voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Besiktas definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Sandro Tonali, was being touted as being one of Italy's greatest midfield talents. Remember the season he got a side promoted into the Italian top flight, 17 years of age, I think, and he was the mainstay in a team at that early age, playing in virtually every game and dictating the play. He stands out, doesn't matter how old he is.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It is a sea of red and white. Ajax, of course, the principal club here in Amsterdam. The club that unites this city. The club with such proud heritage and history and so many honours, continental and domestic. It is a supercharged atmosphere. We're up and running then. Rummenigge gets on his bike and on the move. Zola is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Substitution for Ajax, number 17, Matthäus. Coming on to replace him is number 7, Pele.
Del Piero.
Well, Peter, it's a joy to have a chance to watch one of the finest to emerge from the African continent, Samuel Eto'o. He backs up his goals with a really strong work rate, and he's always effective, whether on or off the ball.
Yeah, fantastic talisman for his nation.
And more discipline than people credit him.
That's been cut out, well played. Del Piero. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And Zola! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Zola clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Hullet, knocks it out wide. And this is Messi. He's having a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Pele. That looks a cracking ball.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Cafu. Gerrard. That has not gone well. Pele looking to be a menace in the final third. Rummenigge. Oh, just skips past his man. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's tidy. Del Piero. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's straight offside. Hullet. Pele. And it's Hullet. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pele, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Tries to play it through. Threads one in. He's got away. Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Hullet goes short. Has to go back here. And it's Lam. Can he get it through? Ah, looks a smashing ball. Crosses it in here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Hullet.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Messi. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Del Piero is always playing with one eye on the spectator. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Ajax are down to 10 men. Del Piero. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And this is Zola. Backward it goes. Del Piero! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Tries to get it clear. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling.
Besiktas are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's good vision. Cafu. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Del Piero. He's looking wide. And he's there to belt it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Messi. Ajax can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Zola with foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Cannavaro has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Tries to pass it through, and this is Zola. He's on it, can he get away? Pelé. Shot a goal! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities, always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
They've played it short. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Lam. He might be in here. Goes for a shot. Superb from Pelé. That is a gem, an absolute gem.
The attendance for this match
And
was
that really is so impressive. You felt it was coming. 1-0.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Lam gets across to intercept that.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Cafu. And that was nowhere near his best. It's a pretty loose pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Zola. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival.
Del Piero really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And the finish!
Ajax really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi, and this is Messi! And a neat finish! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Pull it. And it's Messi. Great vision. Defending was strong and firm. Desai. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, he's burst through! Del Piero. Somewhat off target. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Besiktas can consider themselves just about safe now. Cafu, and he's there to make the challenge. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's been caught napping, and he's quick to return it. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Pele, and the shot! It's fallen kindly here. Goal! With so little time left, grandstand finish. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Substitution for Ajax, number 7, Pele.
Time for a change in personnel. Ajax give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Number 16.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Number 12, Van Basten. Number 18, Aurelian. Number 11, Neymar.
And it's Neymar.
Number 87, John Evans.
Oh, good spread.
There will be 3 minutes
Aims
added
beyond
time.
the defence. And the shot! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
Yeah, and I don't think there was much wrong with his vision nor his decision-making.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Solar. Shoots! Well, that pass isn't the best. And the referee brings it to a close. Besiktas proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.
Please take some time out to give
Messi
your support
voted
to our
man of the
best
match,
stadium
and
club.
deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Besiktas really were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas. They were able to get the
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Besiktas.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team...
Chance, surely! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Can he finish? And that's a good finish. 2-0, and in next to no time. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! About as smooth as it gets. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
And Sola! And a neat finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Besiktas go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Well, nicely intercepted. Stam promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Neymar. Now it's Eto'o. Well, they could break here. Eto'o. He's shifted. Eto'o! Oh, what? In he goes again! And there's a goal. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Tunisia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what?
He's having a shot! Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Pele purring through the gears. He's a sharp little ball. Decent chance! Rijkaard. Now it's Eto'o. And he is deftly away. It's Eto'o! And that's a tiny finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that.
Messi! And the ball, and one more try! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And he was quick to react. Rijkaard. Bale, very much a man of this moment.
There they go, hunting again.
Pele. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He has found the way through. And Messi! And that is doing no harm at all.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
And it's Messi. Rijkaard. Zola. Can he get on the end of this? He's found a way through. And this is Zola. And he's quick to return it. Rummenigge. Played out wide. Showing good feet. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Tunisia have the chance to go the other way.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Stam. Desai, always a very imposing presence at the back. And back to the keeper. Stam. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Marcelo. And the referee says that is that for the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
By any measurement, this really has been a remarkable half of football. Despite all the things we witnessed, somehow we're still level. So it's back to business.
Besiktas clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Del Piero! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Messi. And it's Del Piero. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Lahm has the space to scheme. Aims beyond the defence. He's on it, can he get away? And this is great chance! World class from Zola!
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Besiktas, and this is Zola. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great work on the overlap. Eto! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Desai. Rijkaard. Some really good ball movement.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Ah, he's given it away. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Besiktas have themselves a chance from the spot. Van der Sar must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that.
Impressive jump! It's in! Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's in on goal. And a chance! And yes, it's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Substitution for Tunisia, number 19, Ferdinand.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 24.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Number
I think there's been a great tremendous to everything they've been doing during this spell. One that they hope will continue.
He's had a shot! Goal! Besiktas! And they're back in front. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. This tries a shot! And that's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have further activity on the bench here. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt them.
And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cleared away. Besiktas are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And it's Marcelo. Spread neatly. Big chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Bullet fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Tunisia have their second corner now. It's a good-looking delivery. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. He's picked his way through, driven in. Tunisia given another corner. Desperate defending required here. That's a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
And that interception was... And the shot! They are queuing up to have a go here.
Tunisia really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Knocks it into space. Gattuso gets across to intercept that.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Has been indicated.
Oh, that's fabulous. Goes for a shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Back in once more. Van der Sar claims it. And there goes the final whistle. Besiktas illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is.
Goes for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Played up towards the front line.
Santos would very...
Decent chance! And one more try! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That was easy, almost too easy.
That's shocking.
Messi! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Rummenigge. Chance, surely! Superb goal! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Besiktas leading now.
And
He's having a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific effort! Oh, and he's following up! And there's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Besiktas now in a position far more desirable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Besiktas have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Oh, he's found support out wide. Messi gets into a good position. Cafu has it in a wide position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Neymar. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Del Piero. That's surely a foul, free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is... shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This is their second corner of the game. Point-blank header! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And he cuts out the supply. That's a foul, no two ways about it. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.